The aircraft being flown by the GEICO Skytypers today are called North American SNJs and are the Navy version of the World War II T-6 aircraft. More American combat pilots were trained in this single-engine tandem-seater than any other World War II trainer. The SNJ was designed in the late 1930s and flew with the armed forces well into the Korean War in the 1950s. Coming overhead, ladies and gentlemen, the GEICO Skytypers in the Delta Pass. As the pilots perform today, I want to introduce you to the Skytypers team members. Many of the GEICO pilots come from military backgrounds, the Air Force, the Navy, and Marine Corps, and most are now airline pilots or retired pilots with major U.S. airlines. Leading the flight is the boss and Captain Larry Arkin with Steve Kapoor. Right wing is Ken Johansson. Left wing is Rob Stio. Slot position, Bob Johansson. The lead solo is Steve Salmers, and the opposing solo is Dino Peros. We also want to recognize other key pilots on our team, Jim Record and Tom Daly. Watch as the Skytypers perform turning maneuvers in their Delta formation. These aircraft weigh about 5,500 pounds and use the 600 horsepower supercharged 9-cylinder Pratt & Whitney, the R1340. The flight lead will now release the outboard pilots in a further demonstration of the aircraft's maneuverability. Watch as the solos will cross, pulling into each other's flight paths with only a few feet between them, leaving little margin for error. There's the cross. After the aircraft complete their cross, the solo pilots will return to demonstrate their next maneuver, the opposing solo two-circle pass. This maneuver displays the aircraft's ability to perform an energy-sustaining tight radius turn. This maneuver also serves to illustrate what can happen if two enemy aircraft should become engaged in a no-advantage air-to-air encounter. For the moment, neither pilot is able to take a shot and score a victory with his guns on his opponent. At times, it's best to get away from the flight and return to fly another day. Diving for energy. With a smoke on, the solos approach one another in a descending head-to-head engagement at a closure rate of over 320 miles per hour. Close abeam, the solos will pitch up and roll into each other, passing canopy to canopy, just 50 feet apart. As the solos clear, watch for the rest of the formation at show center. The GEICO Skytypers will demonstrate one of their signature formations, the line abreast. This formation is the same one they use when typing messages across the sky. At the command from the leader, the flight will execute a 90-degree right maneuver to change formation into trail. Once in trail, formation to continue with the mission. One method to rejoin is for the lead aircraft to start a turn and have the other aircraft add power and put their nose in front of lead to fly a shorter distance. The pilots must know where everyone is and how to get their aircraft on board as quickly and safely as possible. Let's watch the team as they show you how all the formation flights accomplish a rejoin. Together again. Let's watch as they show off their precision diamond formation. Air threats. One method of attacking enemy targets on the ground uses spotter planes in the air. These aircraft are called forward air controllers, or FACs. If you'll turn and look over your shoulder, let's watch as two FACs arrive over a target area. determine the level of threat. They're calling out for any available aircraft. Skytype Flight of 4 has reported in. They've got enough ammunition and fuel for one pass. Once the flight has received their instructions, the facts can turn towards each other to smoke or mark the target. This helps get a quicker tally-ho on the enemy. The order for release is given, cleared in hot. The Skytype Flight of 4 will roll in for a very high-angle strafe. This spiral attack is used to confuse the enemy on the ground. As the 4-ship flight departs and rejoins into a defensive formation, watch high above the target area again as 2 aircraft are dispatched to assess the damage. They forward information to order another attack. As they exit the area, they'll keep their speed up, but change their heading and altitude to stay unpredictable. Folks, please allow the GEICO Skytypers to show you another one of their capabilities. Using just 1 or 2 aircraft, the GEICO company would like to show you how it feels about its customers. As they prepare for their message, I'd like to invite you to visit GEICO.com. They've had a close relationship with the Skytypers over a number of years. The Skytypers have helped educate people about GEICO products and services with their Skytyped messages, air shows, and public appearances. GEICO, with a long list of diverse honors and awards, as well as testimonials from their millions of loyal customers, really embraces their philosophy of helping people. Let's watch straight ahead as the solos come back in to see what they have in store for us. Here they are. Well, it looks like the solos are drawing a heart. Keep your eyes forward as the diamond formation, transformed into a challenging vertical diamond, attempts to fly right through the center. How do you like the GEICO Skytypers, everyone? In this formation, the references to changed completely as they had to look almost straight up, referencing the lead aircraft. And if you look straight ahead again, you'll see the solos demonstrating a low-altitude pop-up bombing attack. They fly in low in an attempt to stay under enemy radar coverage. But today, there is a lone enemy aircraft attacking one of the solos. He's got to fly an unpredictable flight path to complete his mission. Watch as the solo pops up to deliver his ordnance while the enemy aircraft maneuvers to shoot him down from behind. After egressing from the target, follow the Solos as they exit to rejoin with the squadron overhead, forming a 6-plane formation. Keep your eyes on the formation as it simulates a return to base, an RTB. Today, these aircraft have taken on a new role of writing giant messages in the sky, which we call skytyping. Each letter is as tall as the Empire State Building. Displayed at 10,000 feet, these messages can be seen in a 30-mile circle, which includes over 400 square miles. GEICO went from 1 million policyholders in 1964 to over 10 million today, and now provides coverage and services in all 50 states. The GEICO Skytypers would like to salute our military members and all of you who support them with our next formation. The SNJs flown by the GEICO Skytypers were also flown by the Royal Air Force and Royal Canadian Air Force. They were known by those air forces as the Harvard. As they work into their line abreast formation, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the salute to all of you. This is the GEICO Skytypers Fan Pass. Continue to watch the aircraft overhead as they rejoin, and then reverse to give you another exciting photo opportunity across Show Center. These aircraft are operated most of the year in the New York metro area and are based out of Farmingdale, New York at Republic Airport. The men responsible for keeping these vintage aircraft in such fine shape are the Skytypers aircraft mechanics, Keith Urso, Frank Atria, Alex Mera, and Greg Coons. And if you'd like more information or to see more photos of the Skytypers, check out their website at GEICOSkytypers.com and join them on Facebook at facebook.com/GEICO Skytypers. If you look over your shoulder to the left, the smoke is on. They will bank to the right. Get your cameras ready for the GEICO Skytypers Delta Photo Pass. You can follow the Delta as they roll out and reverse direction. They'll come in low and fast and pitch up in sequence for landing. Flying these World War II aircraft requires an unusual set of skills. Skytyper pilots have to be able to fly large tailwheel aircraft as well as being accomplished formation pilots. As they approach, please give another round of applause in aircraft number 1, Larry Arkin and Steve Kapoor. In number 2, Ken Johansson. Number 3, Rob Steo. Number 4, Bob Johansson. Number 5, Steve Salmers. number 6, Dino Peros. By the way, the smoke that's used here today is environmentally friendly, light paraffin-based oil that has been approved by the EPA and used in air shows worldwide. GEICO and the GEICO Skytypers would like to thank you, our audience, for supporting the 2012 Joint Service Open House and their great sponsors. You can stop by and meet the pilots at 1:30 today at the GEICO tent, which is just behind us and to the right of Show Center. You can get a signed picture and some neat gecko gifts. Remember, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more at geico.com. Once on the ground, the Skytypers will taxi to their parking spots in formation. If you see them, you'll notice that everything they do, from the flying to the taxiing to the shutdown of the engines and the exit from their aircraft, are done as a team. And I believe we'll be able to see them taxi by us here at along the show line from the extreme show left north end all the way down past the crowd back to their parking spots. Coming up in just a moment, the Warrior Flight with Mark Crunchy Burgess and Sean Carroll, representing Warrior Aviation. And after that, we'll meet Sean D. Tucker. If you were here earlier today, you may have seen his teaser flight, his rehearsal, as he makes sure he is personally physically, and emotionally ready to fly a bone-crushing routine. He'll be up. After that, we've got the United States Air Force's World War II P-51, then the F-22 Raptor from the Air Force and the Heritage Flight. After that, a very, very special flyby of an aircraft I'm not even going to tell you. By the way, the United States Air Force Honor Guard drill team will be performing at 12:50 in Hangar 3. After that, the jet truck, the Red Bull Air Force with Chuck Air and the Skydivers, and also Kirby Chambliss will perform. We'll see some flybys of the 1st Helicopter Squadron Hueys, the N-model Hueys, and then Michael Goulian will be up representing Goodyear Aviation and Wheelan Engineering and Sony Production Software, the Vegas Pro software. He'll be flying for you at 3 o'clock. Your United States Navy's Air Demonstration Squadron, the Blue Angels. Ladies and gentlemen, they're on the ground now, and we haven't had a chance to give them a round of applause. You can wave at them as they come by a little bit later, but let's give the GEICO Skytypers a big round of applause for a great performance here at the 2012 Joint Service Open House.